obviously had a lot of big games in this arena before, but the first one as a WNBA player, just how exciting is it for you to get to WNBA on the floor and WNBA jersey on?
Yeah, it's super cool. And obviously I was just here, my last ever Big Ten game I played here. So, and it was my first ever WNBA game as a kid. So like this arena is like pretty cool and pretty special to myself. And it's just exciting and fun to come back. And I know a lot of like Iowa fans, like this is a fun place for them to come to. And obviously supported me throughout Iowa, but I expect there to be quite a bit of fans that are able to come from Iowa today. So, but for myself, it's definitely cool to travel around to all these arenas for my first time. And I think this one was definitely up there on my list of ones that I was excited about playing in.
One more game on the schedule here in August, and that night they'll retire Maya Moore's number. You talked about how much Maya has meant to you just as a hero, a mentor, whatever. How exciting would that be for you to have a role to play in that night now?
Yeah, I was super excited when I saw that was the game they were going to do it at. And like she deserves it. I know the fans will be absolutely incredible. And if you would have told me that like as a young kid, I would be playing in the game that her jersey gets retired at, like it's very like kind of full circle for me too. Like she was my favorite player ever growing up, and that was who like I loved watching. And you know, I still like think of her as like she's like my like LeBron James as a kid. So to just be in the building that night and say I got to play in that game is super cool.
Do you remember watching her win that game against Indiana in game 3 of the 2015
You're gonna get Lynn Dunn's not gonna be happy if I answer that question. Oh gosh, I was still pretty young. I want to say I was in like, I don't know, I might have been like 12 maybe at the time, 11-ish. I want to say it was like 5th grade. So however old you are then, I don't know how that all works, but yeah, it was my first ever WNBA game. And like, honestly, my dad, like I remember being at the hotel and I was swimming in the pool, and my dad like called the ticket office to like get tickets to the game, because we drove up here and didn't have any. And the guy that was working at the ticket office was like, yeah, like, does she want to come and watch shoot around and like, or work court times where like players are working out before the game? And I remember I got to sit courtside and watch all of that. So whoever that guy was, like, you're a hero, you're heaven sent in my life. I don't know if you still, I don't even know who you are. I don't know if you still work for the Lynx and the Wolves, but I remember like Lindsay Whalen came over, Simone Augustus came over. I remember meeting them very vividly. So like obviously a very, you know, special memory in my entire basketball career.
First WNBA season.
I think just, you know, growing game to game has been the thing that I've just tried to remind myself of. I think where I started the season at and where I'm at now is like, there's obviously been huge strides for myself, and that's really exciting. And I feel like I'm starting to get even more comfortable and playing with really good pace. But at the same time, like I feel like there's so many more areas for me to improve, and that's what gets me excited about it. That's what, you know, I'm excited, obviously for these last 2 games, but then to get into break and work on some things that I want to work on, and then our group collectively to be able to work together and have some time in the gym and really get better, I think is what I'm most excited about.
Previous question, you mentioned just how impactful that memory was for you, and now you making sort of those memories for little girls that travel distances to come to your games. What does that mean to you? Kind of a full circle moment as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's not something that ever gets old for me. Like to see all these young kids, it's like there are this many young girls who really like me in the world. Like that's what I would think about. I'm like, wow, there's just so many of them. But like these are moments that people spend a lot of time and money and effort to make special, whether it's their kids, whether it's friends or whoever they're coming to the game with, that these kids or even adults or boys or girls are going to cherish for forever. And for me to be a small part of that and just getting to do what I love, that's all I have to do to, you know, maybe change their life or give them a memory that will inspire them for the rest of theirs it's pretty easy for me. So I feel very fortunate.
You made multiple trips up here for games with your dad, right?
I think we came to a couple. Yeah, the first one I ever came to, I remember it was Lynx Storm, so that was a pretty good one to come to. Yeah, Suber, Lauren Jackson, yeah, all of them. So yeah. I think honestly, with the way I got trapped, especially early in the season, offensively, I think just getting better, me and AB together, working out of that. I think you can tell like the more we've played together, the better we've gotten in pick and roll situations. And I think defensively, schematically it's a lot different than college. So just being able to learn and adjust, like it's just much different than anything I've ever done in college. So like I'm trying to break habits every single day, and it takes time to break habits, and just learning and understanding the things that we want to do, and going back and watching film of not only the things I need to improve on, but also the things I did good. So I can see like how I'm improving is kind of been my focus.
Say it's been a sad few days for Pacers Sports Entertainment. Our family with the loss of Jim Morris, an incredible human being, just was did so much for not just the community of Indianapolis or just the state or the state of Indiana, but just for around the world. I mean, he's just the stories that this man could tell were incredible, but just really Miss Jackie and the family of Jim is just in our thoughts and prayers.
Questions in the room, Coach?
Yeah. Yeah, they're a fun team to watch. They on both ends of the floor. I mean, defensively, they're one of the best teams in the league. And then they've got some pretty good weapons on the offensive end. It's I feel like the other teams we've played them 2 and 3 times already. So to see them finally, just excited to be here and have the opportunity to play them. Really good team. They're going to come at us offensively with McBride, who had a great game the other night. She's playing extremely well. It's going to take a team effort on her. But then, we've got to be able to run some good offense and play for 24 seconds. They're going to guard all of our actions. They're going to be ready. They do a great job scrambling out on the defensive end.
You guys have had good turnout throughout this whole season at home, on the road, but here being in the West, not too far of a drive for people that might want to come. The game, seeing lots of people up there wearing Indiana stuff, wearing Iowa stuff. Like, how does that feel on the road, having that crowd and that support for you?
Yeah, we when we're watching video after games and shots are made, and when we make them on the road, there's you can hear the crowd, which is not normal. So it's pretty exciting to look around and for one, just to have the people that are showing up for the games is incredible. I mean, the fan support on the road, at home, it's incredible. It's a sea of red out there a lot of times. So it's just it's great for our players to be able to play in these environments.
24 seconds on offense. Is the idea to slow down the game against Minnesota to be successful, or just?
No, we in our second year of rebuild, we just try to make it about us, like what we have to do to get better every night. And for us, passing ahead, playing fast, creating opportunities early, creating advantages early in transition. That is what, that's what we're going to do. And so we're not going to change what we do. We just have to make sure we're able to do it for the 40 minutes.
You mentioned the rebuild. Is this kind of what you're looking for, kind of the rough start to the season, but then the progression these teams had throughout the year?
I think the teams that we played at the beginning of the year had a little bit to do with that rough start, right? There were, some of the best teams in the league had them several times. But that's, as long as we stayed with our same message and just was consistent with our message, just for us to get better, find a way to get better, whether that's in practice or in games. And then that's our focus.